present a short film that will help you better understand the Orcas Orca and its place in the world we all share.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet Seaworld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties, or ecotypes, of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are countershaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. Through the water at a high rate of speed.
No wheels are coming.
Their top speed is
no wheels are
30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during Orca Encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales at our camp. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter Seaworld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hello everyone! My name is Lindsay, and on behalf of our entire killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Encounter. Being a part of Seaworld's mission is more than just a job. We're proud of what we do, and it is a privilege to be able to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now more than ever, we're honored to share our relationships and what we've learned with all of you. So Seaworld now proudly presents Orca Encounter!
Interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our animals active and engaged. Seaworld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their stories with all of you.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
You're going to see all that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today you're going to see the whales working together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team, that's what makes them the ocean's top predator. They are scientifically known as Orcinus orca, more commonly known as killer whales. Here at Seaworld, their names are Katina, Namani, Malia, Truma, and Makayo. They're our killer whale family. Makayo is our youngest whale. He's 11 years old. Makayo's mom, Katina, is our oldest whale. This year, Katina turned 45 years old. Katina is also the matriarch, or the leader of our pack. Now, here at Seaworld, our training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, and care. They trust us, and they even take an active role in their own health and well-being. Some of the very first behaviors we teach the whales early on are what we call husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And one of the very first ones is this. Drew is going to demonstrate by rolling over ventral, or upside down, and presenting his tail flukes calmly at the slide out area here. Not only does this give us an excellent view of his entire underbody, it gives our veterinarian staff access to the prominent vein that runs on the underside of their tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarian staff come in and obtain a voluntary blood sample. For the same reason you or I, when we go to the doctor once a year for our physical, and we present our arm to give blood, well, these guys do a voluntary blood sample at least once a month. Now, another very important healthcare behavior that we teach early on is to obtain a weight. Again, for the same reason why you or I would step on a scale at home or step on the scale at the doctor's office, we have a giant killer whale-sized scale located in our back pool. As Makayo's going to show you, they're trained to slide their bodies up onto the scale. You can see, however, that the part of his body from his dorsal fin to his tail flukes is still in the water. That's called the peduncle. It's the powerhouse, and it weighs several hundred pounds. This posture wouldn't give us an accurate reading of his weight. So, in order to solve that problem, we've simply taught our whales to lift their tails up and out of the water. And just like that, we're able to make sure that our younger whales like Makayo are growing, and our older whales like Katina are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hey everyone, I'm down here on the left-hand side of the stadium. Killer whales learn so much through observation, mimicry, those skills to the test. Everyone over here, go ahead and stand up. On the count of 3, you're going to ask Trua for a signal. You're going to turn around in your hula 2 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, turn around. I think he has it. Fantastic observation, Trua. Killer whales are often seen jumping completely up and out of the water. It's called spy hopping. Gives them a better look at their environment. Focus your attention up at center stage, and when we see Trua, let's give him a great big cheer. Now it's your turn on this side of the stadium. Go ahead and stand up, 2 hands out in front of you. On the count of 3, you're going to swipe those fingers up over your left shoulder. 1, 2, 3.
Dolphins can do that, not
I think Makayo has it. This breach behavior gives killer whales an extra high vantage point. It could possibly be used to scratch an itch, or maybe it's just a way for Makayo to simply announce that he has arrived. How about a round of applause for our volunteers and our killer whales? Seaworld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries. For example, we now know that female killer whales are pregnant for over 17 months. That's information that can never be learned in the wild. Other information, however, can only be learned through field observation, and that's why Seaworld partners with organizations such as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to further our knowledge. Killer whales are powerful animals, and the best expression of that power is seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes of their tail flips.
Killer whales make waves when they hunt, and they use their powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. You're about to get a demonstration of this. For our killer whales, it's a fun activity session. But for all of you, it means it's time to get wet. know their diets vary depending on the time of year and where they live. Unfortunately, pollution, overfishing, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written,
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
all it takes is one choice.